Welcome to the Benz Nightshow. It is now the 21st of January 2021, and we are now on episode number 67. Episode number 67 of the Benz Nightshow. Welcome. Okay. Alright, so again, if you're following us, like, share, comment. Do these three things. You like, you share, you comment, and of course you subscribe to us. Huwag pa magawa sa itong titles below. Magawa sa na ito, ha. Start. Go. Right, so magawa sa ng title. Yes! Okay. All right, so welcome. Okay, let me see. Let's look at our audio. Wabay pakapin nga audio ng gawas. Okay. All right, so I hope it's okay. And we will start with our weather. All right, it is now 20. We have 27 degrees Celsius, and with 20% chance of rain until 9 p.m. and this 27 degrees Celsius, that's after that was at 8 o'clock. 20% chance until 9 a.m. and dato nang tanaw na kung sa hourly temperature. Okay, this is the hourly temperature of full screen. So it's at 10 p.m. it will be also 20 degrees Celsius all the way up to 6 a.m. 26 degrees Celsius. 26 degrees Celsius, and the wind is 1 kilometer per hour. Kahinay ba? 20% chance of rain, but by 12 midnight there's a 35% chance of rain. So mag-1 rong midnight takong chance, 35% chance of rain. Right. Itong world clock, November katong atong clock naglihok na. The top of my head, it's now 8:07 New York time. Ang stock market nila mo open na at 9 a.m. New York time, which is 10 p.m. Philippine time. Los Angeles now, it's just 5. Grabe, ano? It's just 5. What's this one? 5:08. 5:08 in the morning. London, it's 1:08 in the afternoon. And Tokyo, it's 10:08 in the afternoon. Ang Dow Jones may close kagahapon at 31,188.38. Grabe na, record high naman ay. 31,188.38. Ang gold misaka at $1,866.8 per ounce. Mahal na. $1,860 per ounce. Mahal yung gold. O Brent crude oil, nag-anap og saka. $55.82 per barrel. That's the Brent crude oil. Foreign exchange na to sa Bangko Sentral. So that is ato na. US dollar is 48.04. United Kingdom pound is Great Britain pound is 65.6. Hong Kong dollar is 6.19, and European Union 58.16, the euro, and Saudi Arabian Real 12.80. Okay. Headlines as of this minute, di mo kaklaro siguro. You need a laptop for that. Dow Jones set to add to records on the first full day of the Biden administration, which is today. And oil prices under pressure after industry data shows rise in U.S. crude inventories. And Entain shows signs it made the right bet in rejecting the MGM bid. Sa laing bahin ang hot United Kingdom housing market sends shares in IB stock surging. O sa laing bahin, ang European Central Bank leaves rates bond buying program unchanged. So ang rates sa buta na ilang reference rates sa European Central Bank. Barron's Daily, Amazon, Honeywell, and other big businesses want to help you get vaccinated. Asa ng Amazon papilang sa vaccination. Samtang magbuhat ka silang vaccine, palit mo sa ka. Nagkag sa Amazon. O narita sa atong chat room. Si Vicky Nogra naminaw na to ron. Si Tess Puch naminaw. Doris Maturan from Cordova. Rene Barchancila from Katarman, Liluan. Grabe yan. Rene Barchancila. Puyo sa Amara. Dante Valiente. Naminaw po na to ron. Si Selvines. Susan Alinsonorin. Felipe Menyoza. Naminaw po na to. Okay. Right. So again, you like, you share, and you comment, either YouTube or Facebook. And mananaw mo sa YouTube, Facebook, kung pwede, you set your screen resolution to 1080p because our broadcast is broadcasted at 1080p. So high quality, so klaro niya akong ugas, ang akong mga uwat, tanan. Klaro ba? Tabi sa itong full screen. Okay. Sura niya. Og si Sinid Aligrado, naminaw po na to ron. Og nga rin nakita sa atong background videos. Tapos po na to sa coronavirus. Okay, ano naman eh. Coronavirus. Sa kuanta. Lalo kayong may ito gabi, no? O si Danny Jimenez, mapagipag join na to. Salamat kayo. By the way, kung nag-monitor mo na ako, nag-like ra mo, I cannot read. I would not know. Okay, wa man ko'y monitor, no? Wa ko'y monitor, and so di ko kakita sa Facebook. So you must post a comment. Post. Hey, you, where are you? JHU, nag-o naman ta ka. Okay. Alright, nga kita sa Johns Hopkins University atong update. Okay. That means to say, akong settings of nalimtan. Kita ang akong drawing. Where are you? Johns Hopkins. Yes. There. There. Okay. That was great. Alright. So, okay, so klaro na. Muna itong update sa magkaigsunan. Dito sa okay, so 96,958,794 cases worldwide 1 year into the pandemic, and the world has come to a virtual standstill. Economy will go down within the next 2 to 3 years. Og ang deaths 2,077,332 deaths worldwide. More ni ang reported cases, some of them are not reported. So if we say that we have 96,958,794 cases, most likely the actual cases are times 10 or 960 million, or almost 1 billion, or that's probably 1/8 of the population of the world. Very long estimate. So just run off 97 million cases, 2 million deaths worldwide. United States, 24 million cases, 439,427. 24,439,427, and ang deaths sa United States already 400,000. 406,162. And I cannot even explain it. Why are they so careless? Kung tanaw na to ang chart sa US. Saan ka chart? Gawas. Kita. Okay, chart sa US. Tanaw na to ha. Ito nang i-clear sa atong screen. Sorry. And then ato na yung drawing nga diri. See if you can trace it. Ito sa nang kuha na itong now. Here I'm tracing it. Okay. So as you can see, the cases in the United States last year, it was just at this level. It was just at this level. Okay. Ito rin kuhaon ang itong headlines. Mouse. Headlines. Main GHU headlines. So muna to, ha. So these are the cases in the US. See, it's increasing. That's right. Okay, now before last year it was just at this level, right? Okay. So we're expecting the yellow line, not the pink line, not the cyan line. So in fact, when it peaked in July here in this area here, when it peaked in July, we thought that was already the worst, because that's what, about 50,000 cases. Now here we have daily cases, huh? Here we have, goodness, what is this daily case here? 298,000 cases. This is January 2, and then this is January 8. Wow. This is the United States. Now look at the deaths. The deaths in the United States. Let's clear the screen. These are the deaths in the US. See? Okay. Now the deaths in the US, somewhere here, somewhere in this region here. This is about April, no? April. So we're expecting April to have, the highest number of cases, and it would go down, and then the COVID, the SARS-CoV-2 virus will go away. But instead, no, it increased in November, and they were already warning the people in November. And remember, there's Thanksgiving November. I think that's the last Friday of November. And then we have here the Christmas spikes, and the deaths is more than double less per day. So we're now reaching about 4,000 or more than 3,000 deaths per day. Diba? Now, in any exercise, any disaster, we're supposed to have a learning curve where we will know, or we should know, or we ought to know how to deal with that catastrophe, with that disaster, with that event. But in this case, the solution is very simple. Mask, wash your hands, mask, and sanitizer, and social distancing. That's all. And stay at home, unless really necessary. And yet, what are these? And this is the United States. The people are not following the safe protocols. Okay, so let me clear that one. Let me clear the screen. Let me put my camera back online. Off, on, 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 off, on. Wala na kang gigimik ng page. Alright, so let's go back to our circles here, circles here. Let's put some arrow. Let's put some arrow. Okay, so na siya, ha. So, in the United States, 24 million cases, 439,427. That's already more than 400,000. This actually, as of this minute, 406,162. Let's go to the Philippines, where more than 500,000 already. What's happening to the Philippines? Philippines, 507,000. Okay, 507,000. mo change ang data sa Philippines. I-update pa. Okay. So, the Philippines, we have over 500,000 cases already. Again, we haven't mastered the curve. 507,717 and total number of deaths 10,116. 10,116. 10,000 deaths, 500,000 cases. Ako yung nag-explain na. Japan, we have 352,000 cases with 4,871 deaths. 352,113 cases with 4,871 deaths. And then South Korea, okay, South Korea, we have 73,000 cases. Nag-ana mo kadako ning South Korea, pero layo ra kayo. Mas taas kayong Pilipinas, which is 500,000. No? Only 73,918 cases in South Korea, with only 1,216 deaths. Philippines, that's 10,000 deaths. Now, Singapore, we're going to go to 60,000 in Singapore. Singapore, they have 59,235 cases and only 29 deaths in Singapore. Okay. 29 deaths in Singapore. Should learn from Singapore, and of course, grabe din Taiwan. Taiwan, still only 870 cases. And deaths in Taiwan. Okay, I'm going to change. Okay, 870 cases with only 7 deaths for the entire global pandemic, more than 1 year into it. More than 1 year. 870 cases and 7 deaths. 1 year. Okay. And then, okay, 7 deaths, 870 cases, 7 deaths, and grabe in Taiwan. So, they have mastered it. We should learn from Taiwan. Punta na ito kung sa ilang nabuhat. Okay, so, next. Hong Kong. Okay, let's zoom into Asia. Here's Hong Kong in the center. Click, and here's Hong Kong. Here. It's the data for Hong Kong cases. 9,797, 9,077, and only 166 deaths, despite the population density of Hong Kong, which is 98,000 people per square kilometer. So that's the essence of what I'm trying to say, which is these countries, highly populated, they did not shut down their public transportation, they did not shut down many of their businesses. Only a few businesses were shut down, and yet they only have a few deaths compared to the Philippines. So, okay, so clear the screen. Let's go to the chat room. Kasi ano yung chat room dali. Sorry. Clear the screen. Okay. So si Kuya Mad, uy, nabalik na to dahil si Kuya Mad. Si Ramirez, nga naminaw ron. Masama ka na, Ramirez. Naminaw ron sa Tracy Martinez. O si Ma'am Rebecca Go Monares. May gabida, ma'am niya, ma'am. Natanaw na rin mo to, ma'am. Ang kang Vladimir Putin nga kuan yun sa niya pagpangwarta sa Russia sabihan rin na siya palasyo sitting in an land area of 7,800 hectares. Putin ano yung problema na dictatorship, ano problema ng dictatorship. Okay, right, so narita sa latest sa coronavirus. Ang CDC, bago na rin sa CDC, appoint ni Biden, CDC sa United States forecasts up to 100,000 more COVID-19 deaths in the next few weeks. By the way, kung tingnan mo nga nung magkisgot ko sa United States, kaya ang Philippines good na discuss na sa o ba na itong mga course. Yeah, sa mga TV news yung matanaw sa ABS-CBN for example, every night, na-discuss sila. So ngarita sa butang, hawa kayo ma-discuss na to. Especially ng trabaho mo sa international, and then also we should learn from the best practices international or the worst practices. Okay, so ang CDC nag-forecast of 100,000 more COVID-19 deaths, patay ha, daily cases patay in the next few weeks. And Biden is inheriting a non-existent vaccine plan from the Trump administration, the vaccination plan of Trump administration. O live updates makaigsunan sa coronavirus cases. Okay, the latest about the coronavirus pandemic. Ang mga states ko na makaigsunan sa United States, several states appeal for more coronavirus vaccine doses as the United States death toll moves past 400,000. As state leaders clamored for more Corona-19 vaccine doses, si Joe Biden became president paghapon with an eye toward changing approaches to the pandemic that has claimed more than 400,000 lives in the US. Some state officials say they aren't seeing as many doses as the federal government reports distributing, and the demand for the vaccine is outpacing the supply. Georgia, for example, reports adequate staff, volunteers, and infrastructure, but not enough doses. Kaya Georgia kon ba ni? Republican ba nilang government? Nagsugod na mag-uwan din sa inyo. Sa laing bahin, Biden's first executive order will require masks on federal property. President Joe Biden, who plans to make the coronavirus pandemic his top priority, will begin his presidency by asking Americans to wear masks for 100 days and require their use on federal property. Okay? Ang state property, may labot na ang president sa United States. No? His first executive order, the 100 Days Masking Challenge, will symbolize the administration's sharp turn from the Trump era by emphasizing recommendations by public health experts. A president cannot tell states or cities what to do, but the federal mandate will affect federal offices and federal lands and will urge states to do the same. Sa laing bahin, studies nagsuggest that vaccinated people are protected from the new COVID-19 variants. From the new COVID-19 variants. Si Sana Molina, mention niya po na ito karon. It's not. Bagong research this week provides reassuring evidence that people vaccinated against the coronavirus will be protected against from emerging new variants of the virus. Two teams tested two of the new variants against blood taken from people who had received the full two-course dose of either the Moderna or the Pfizer vaccine. While the mutations in the new variants of the virus, one first seen in Britain and another identified in South Africa, did allow them to evade some of the immunity induced by vaccination, it was far from a complete escape. Two teams reported separately. A team led by Dr. Nurin Sivig of the Rockefeller University tested plasma taken from 20 people who got doses of either the Pfizer or the Moderna as part of the clinical trials. They found the vaccines produced strong antibody responses as well as cells that keep producing new antibodies for months or years. Wild-type virus is the catch-all name for virus generally circulating that is not changed enough to be designated a variant. Different mutations in the viruses did allow some escape from some types of antibodies, but the bodies of the volunteers threw an army of different types of antibodies at the viruses. The team reported in a preprint study published online. Yan, good news na. Okay, ang mga bagong variant may good idea. White House Press Secretary outlines the COVID parameters for the Biden administration. Matupina will have more to share with you in the next few days, but hopefully before the weekend. But what we plan to do is not just return these daily briefings, but also return briefings with our health officials and public officials. Kaya ito si Trump, giundang man nila si Fauci, kay si Trump di man sugot sa ikonsulting Fauci. Ang lying decision ni Biden reverses Trump's decision to leave the World Health Organization. The White House released U.S. President Joe Biden's letter reversing the Trump administration's decision to leave the World Health Organization after the new U.S. leader was sworn in on Wednesday. Matod pa ni Biden, the WHO plays a crucial role in the world's fight against the deadly COVID-19 pandemic. as well as countless other threats to global health and health security. The United States will continue to be a full participant and a global leader in confronting such threats and advancing global health security. Indot ang story. Tapos pataka naman eh. Beijing, ito's China, tightens COVID-19 restrictions as one neighborhood goes into a lockdown. All residents in Beijing's Daxing district have not been allowed to leave the area since Wednesday because of a rising number of COVID-19 cases. By the way, may tag district sa Beijing, may tag 100,000 tao. Murag usa nakadak ang Cebu City nakadak ang kuan. Ila usa ka district. Di na barangay lang ha. People wishing to leave the district needs to provide a negative COVID-19 test taken within 3 days. More than 24,000 residents around the infection hotspot in Daxing have also been asked to stay at home until further notice. New cases. Ang China's National Health Commission reported 144 new COVID-19 cases across the country on Wednesday, including 18 imported infections. Among the 126 locally transmitted cases, 68 were reported in Heilongjiang, 33 in Jilin, 20 in Hebei, 2 in Beijing, 2 in Shanxi, and 1 in Shandong. And additionally, 113 asymptomatic infections were reported nationwide, 16 of which were reported. China counts as asymptomatic cases separately. By the way, mga kaigsunan, moto umang 116 last China, moto waray. Ano problema nila? Ito ganing sa una, ang doktor ilang maninggi preso ang doktor, detain mo ilang doktor nga kuan. Ning report lang og bagong strain. Dr. Lee, China announces travel restrictions to curb coronavirus ahead of the Lunar New Year. Millions of Chinese migrant workers who plan to travel back to the countryside are now required to present a negative COVID test result within 7 days of departure. Og sa California itself, magkaigsunan, vaccinating all residents 65 years old and above may take up to 5 months, matod pa sa California health official. Og ang United States nag-report of more than 178,000 new COVID-19 cases. Ang pandemic is expected to top President Biden's priorities on his first full day in office. Mara yung gibuhatron, US rejoins the WHO, masks mandatory in federal property, further executive orders planned, public briefings to restart, relief package in the horizon. $1.9 trillion coronavirus relief package. California officials say nga providers can resume administering Moderna vaccine from a specific lot after posting sa kabatch nga murag question nila, pero okay na ko. Group of Peruvian medics on hunger strike amid growing second wave of COVID-19 cases in Peru. About a dozen medics from the National Security Union have been protesting outside Peru's Ministry of Labor. Sa laing bahin, ang CDC to extend pandemic eviction moratorium until March 31. Kung di mo kabayad sa iyong rent, until March 31, di mo iptak-tak. Ang CDC nag-forecast up to 100,000 more COVID-19 deaths in the next few weeks, but the new director offers a glimmer of hope. Now, how being creative in the kitchen can help cope with loss of smell, a common COVID symptom. Turmeric chunks as a pasta topping may sound like a bad idea, but they showed Shara Yates, 31, an emergency nurse, that she was beginning to regain her sense of taste after contracting the coronavirus in August. August pa ang coronavirus, karon pa siya nakabalik sa iyang sense of smell. Anosmia, may nga na smell blindness or loss of smell. Okay. There is nothing for us to rework. Biden is inheriting a non-existent vaccine plan from Trump administration. Sa laing bahin, the capital of China's Hebei province is conducting its third citywide virus test program this week. The Chinese city of Xizangzuang, the scene of the country's largest COVID-19 outbreak in months, is conducting a third citywide testing program. Karong January 2021, it has about 11 million residents. Ang capital city na din ang province, just the city alone. So, yan in China. COVID-19 cases in England may no longer be falling despite a third lockdown. Uy, sama na. Nag-third lockdown po man.